The next success principle is embracing uncertainty. Embrace uncertainty. Too many people, in general, are waiting for certainty to come to them. Like it's going to arrive in the mail, or, or maybe if I dial a friend, I might be able to drop some certainty off, and I put it in my cooking and it will just happen to go through me. It's not going to happen that way. There's lots of chaos that's happening around us all the time. And when you embrace that chaos, you will learn so much from it. Based on the fact that we all agreed that we were learning machines, we can learn so much from the chaos. But you've got to embrace it. You've got to hug it. Hug it into submission even. Just love it. Because inside that, there's some gifts. There's some gifts of ours that we can take, that we've left there. I choose to believe that uncertainty is time to act. Uncertainty is time to learn. Because I've never been here before. Uncertainty because I've never done this before. Uncertainty because it just feels really not awkward. What am I going to make it mean? Am I going to step up? Or am I going to back away? And based on the changes that I've made, I'm choosing to step up. I'm making that mean that I am now going to be empowered. I'm going to make empowered choices. Because I have control over whatever I make it mean. That's my choice. That makes sense to you guys? It's important that we understand that. And inside the chaos, there's so much to do. I'll explain this to hitters, for an example. And I'll explain this into another way for you as well. From a hitting point of view, when I teach hitters how to hit, I say to them, are you going to have hitting mechanics issues the rest of your career? They say yes. I say why? Because each time I get to a next level, I'm going to have to change something else. And then when I evolve again, I'm going to have to change something else. So imagine if we change this and put this into our lives. Our values and beliefs are going to change based on who we are now, based on the next step, based on the next evolution of our lives, based on our intention and where we want to go. Our values and beliefs are going to have to change. That's the chaos bit. Along that is going to come uncertainty. Get comfortable with it. It's okay, because that's who you are now. And once you've learned your lessons, you can move on. And then you're going to learn more lessons. And things are going to change. And there's going to be more uncertainty. But when there isn't uncertainty, that means you're sitting there in front of the TV watching shows. Home and away. Yeah. Whatever it is to you. We have control over that. Feel it and go. Don't let the uncertainty bog you down. Go and live your life. Get comfortable with the chaos. Because the chaos has got so many learnings in it. And this is where I want to say to you guys is, who's driving your bus? Who is it that's driving your bus? If we're driving a bus, imagine driving a bus in the dark. We're driving a bus in the dark and we can't see, the lights aren't working. Who do we want driving that bus?
I think Ryan's driving that bus.
What's that?
I think Ryan's driving.
Who do we want? Who do we want to drive that bus? Do we want somebody else or do we want us? Damn straight. So in that uncertainty is when you need to drive your bus. In that uncertainty is when you need to take the next step. That's when you turn the lights on and go. Don't sit back and allow it to unfold. Take the action. Do the thing. Trust yourself. How can we do that? Based on what we were talking about before, there's no failure, only feedback. There's no failure, only feedback. What are you going to choose to believe? No failure, only feedback? There's only failure. Think about this. If I'm thinking about failure, apart from the fact that we're on the effects side of the line, we are actually setting ourselves up to want it, to have it, to be it. What if I fail? Compared to, it's okay, I'll work it out when I get there. How would that be? Which one empowers you more? That's the choice. Which one empowers me more? Does it make sense to you guys? That's the choice. Which one empowers me more? You can choose to allow this to all unfold or choose to do the thing. Even more so now, some people wait for self-belief to arrive. If I believe in myself, then I'll do the thing. Again, that's not going to arrive in the mail. The postie's not going to go knock on your door and say, here, can you sign this? Here's your self-belief, here you go, have fun. They're not going to do that. That's not going to happen. How do we build self-belief? Have a crack, tell me. How would you take action? In an empowered way. Because if there's no failure, only feedback, I'm going to grow. And I'm going to fuck it up. And it's okay. Because inside that, I've learned so much. Inside that part where I didn't quite get it right, I've learned how to get it right. Was it Thomas Edison? 9,000 ways of not making a light bulb work. When do you give up? Lucky he didn't. Lucky he chose to be above the line and say, it's okay, I just learned 9,000 ways of not allowing a light bulb to work. Does that make sense? Well, it's not a direct quote, but it's something like that. And that's the choice. And even more so, as we go down further to understand how to embrace uncertainty, we need to fully grasp the fact that feel the fear and do it anyway. Feel the fear and do it anyway. Who was the poster? Annette today. Did anybody see that post Annette posted today on the community page? She said something about public speaking. Yeah. And that we should just go and do it. Do the thing and mess it up and go and was basically what she was saying. Feel the fear and do it anyway. Short, that's to the direct, to the point. If you're not going to harm somebody, yourself, other people, and this is going to empower you and push you in a direction that you want and where you want to go, and it's in line with your outcome, and in line with your values, and in line with your belief systems, then do it. It just means you're at a boundary point. Now, I don't know where I'm going now. It's different. Uh-oh, it's different. And my ego's getting in and saying, yo, pull back. We don't know where we are. This is unfamiliar. Are we going to keep doing this? I don't know. I have a really cool way of explaining this. When I was 18, I got a chance to play in America. And it was all I ever wanted to do. I wanted to play overseas. I wanted that title. Hey, you played in America. Woohoo! How cool are you? And when I got there, it was 3 days after my birthday, my 18th birthday. I didn't have a driver's license, nothing. I get there, I get off the plane. Here you go, Luke, here's the keys. Keys to what? That car. That car? Wow. Are you for real? Yeah. I haven't got my license. You'll be right. I've never driven a manual. You'll be right. Where do I go? You'll be right. Just go here, 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 here. Yeah, dude, I don't. I'll drive you. Okay, cool, thank you. So I'm in this little Toyota driving, and we get down to the house, and for the first month it was still snowing, so I wasn't able to play much. We were training a little bit, it wasn't much, and all I wanted to do was come home. All I wanted to do was come home. I was there living my dream and I wanted to fucking come home. I hated it. One time drove down, eventually they gave me a car automatic. Electric windows, everything. Anyway, so I'm driving and I go to this place, Del Taco, and I'm like, yeah, tacos, love it. So I get it out and I come out onto the street and I'm looking and I'm going, what the hell are these cars doing on the wrong side of the road? And I'm looking and everybody else is driving this way, is on that side of the road. I'm like, uh-oh. And I'll go over the top of the medium strip, almost bottom out the car. I bounce my way onto the, yep, sweet. And I was so scared. Then, two weeks later, someone gets shot down the road from my house, and it was just, I don't want to be here anymore. I was on the phone, I was emailing, because we didn't have, what do we have? MSN, Messenger. So we didn't have no Facebook or anything like that. It was old school, yeah. And different times, I hated it. And I was so scared. And I don't even know, I can't even tell you what I was scared of right now. I was just scared. I just wanted to come home. I was homesick. I hated it. And I get on the phone to my auntie and I say, Kathy, I want to come home. And she says, you've got to be kidding me. I'm like, nah, I want to come home. I'm done. I remember crying. And she said, what did she say? She said, I'll book your flight now, but think about what you're giving up. Maybe you should sleep on it. Yeah, all right, whatever, I'll sleep on it. So I slept on it. Next day, I go out and start training. Things changed. Something was different. I don't know why. I don't know what it was. Something was different. Then we started playing. In a 3.5 month period of me playing, we played 211 games. If you've played softball, played sport, you know that that's a lot of games. It's a ridiculous amount of games. I remember counting them. I kept the journal while I was away, and I counted them when I got home, 211. And I pitched most of them. So I was pretty tired when I come home. But I stuck it out. And I'm telling you, it was the best experience I ever had. All because, and I wish I could go back, but things prevented me from going back, and unfortunately I couldn't. But I loved it. All because I embraced the uncertainty. I embraced the chaos that was happening around me, and I stuck it out. And I learned so much about myself. Hey, I do have strength. Strength in places I never thought I had. Yeah, I got this bit, but I didn't realise I had this bit. I could do this. Wow, this was a different experience for me. Wow, this was so much fun. And I got so much out of it. And because of that experience, I am who I am today. Because of that experience, I choose to be empowered. Because of that experience, now I choose to do my thing, to let my music play, and to give it to everybody who will listen to me, effectively. Anybody who needs it, I'm going to give it to you. Thank you. We can pick each other up. We don't have to be in a team sport to pick each other up. If you see somebody down, talk to them. If you see something that you can give, go and give it. That'll be my parting words with you. Go and give it. Go and do your thing. This music that you have inside of you is based on the experiences you've had throughout your whole life. Experiences nobody else has ever had. That's how unique you are. Nobody's ever had your experiences. So what could you give out of those experiences that could lend a hand to somebody else? You don't have to go out there and dictate them like the gospel, but helping them out to understand, hey, this is where you're at. This is how, give them the story. Don't be afraid of your story. It's a beautiful story. It is what it is. And you can make it mean whatever you want to make it mean. And so can they. What can they learn from your story? What can they learn from what you've been through? What can you give that they don't have? And I hope after tonight you guys will go through, and I really trust that this is going to happen. There'll be so much that you guys will be talking about inside your minds, so much you'll be talking about with others, and so many more learnings you can have out of just talking about it. Because you'll pick up a different bit, and you'll add another chunk, and then you'll add your own flavour, and that's the beauty of it. That's the part I love the most, is the part where you get to add your own stuff inside of all this learning. It's duplicatable, it's replicable. You can do the thing anywhere, any way, no matter what. It's up to you. So, thank you very much for coming out tonight, guys.